Scorpion pec stretch. So on this one, I'm gonna be laying down on my chest. Arms are stretched out to the side and my palms are glued down to the ground. Now I'm gonna roll to one side, and as I roll, I'm gonna pick my arm up and stretch it across here. When I roll to the other side, this palm's down, pick the opposite arm up, behind the back, and stretch through the chest. If I need a little bit more of a stretch, I can take my arms and put them here at 90. Same thing, roll it over, arm behind the back and stretch. Switch to the other side, roll it over, arm behind the back and stretch. Start off with the arms out wide, work your way up to the more aggressive exercise. Ground T-spine series, a great set of exercises to work on that mobility through the middle back. So what I'm gonna do is start off laying across, my down leg is straight, I'm pulling this knee down and I'm reaching across, pinning this knee to the ground. I'm gonna open up and turn all the way out as far as I can and then bring it back. Again, rotating as far as I can, keeping that knee pinned down, trying to get my shoulders to the ground and bring it back. From there, I'm going with both arms out to the side. I'm gonna rotate both of them up and then reach back in a Y direction and fold it back down. Rotate up, stretch that arm back towards the Y and bring it back down. Once I finish there, I'm going back to this position. I'm gonna block the knee down again and I'm gonna reach all the way up and around and bring it all the way back in that full windmill motion. All the way up and all the way back, just barely dragging my fingertips there off the ground, keeping this knee blocked to the ground as close as I can. Start out with this one in a push-up position and go SCAP push-ups. I'm keeping the arms straight, squeeze the scaps back, and lock them all the way out as far as I can. Squeeze, pinch them together, lock them out. Again, I'm keeping my arms straight. Squeeze, lock out through the top. 10 reps on the SCAP push-up. Then I'm coming down on my chest. Arms are out in a Y, heads down. I'm squeezing the scaps back. Bring the arms out wide. Turn the thumbs over. Get your hands on your low back and relax down to the ground. Pull the elbows back. Reach out wide, all the way out and around, and bring them down. The SCAP push-ups, all right, and the BLACKBURNs, as those are called, are going to be slow and controlled reps, quality. Ground manual resistance rotator cuff. So I'm going to use my own resistance on this exercise. I'm going to lay down on my side and pin my arm out so my elbow is in line with the shoulder. I'm putting resistance on the back of the hand, and what I'm going to do is control it, push it all the way down. I'm controlling the resistance into a stretch here at the bottom. Then I'm going to push the back of my hand up and fight it with my own weight all the way up here to the top. Push it down, resist with control, and then push into my hand, fight it all the way back up, and reset at the top back at 90 degrees. In and out explosive push-up. I'm gonna think I have a box or almost a ladder on the ground where my arms are fit on the inside and I'm jumping to the outside. Inside to outside. So here's how it looks. I'm set up, my hands are inside the box, I'm coming down, push and jump. In, out, in, out. Push-up with rotation. This is a great way to add some rotation and some stability in with your push-up work. So we're gonna start the push-up position here. I'm gonna push up and then come up and rotate. Push up, rotate. Getting all the way to that T position at the top and bring it back down. Seated wall slide. So this increases the mobility and flexibility challenge of the traditional wall slide. I'm gonna sit down and put my back flat against the wall. Usually you sit down in a butterfly stretch position. It helps you sit all the way back. I'm trying to press my back into the wall, arms are up at 90 degrees, and I'm pressing up as high as I can, lock them out, and bring them back down. I'm working to keep the shoulders, the elbow, and the wrist glued to the wall, all the way up, and slide back down. To progress it, I can also work in a rotation, so I'm pressing all the way up, pull it back down, and then rotate here at the bottom. Glued back to the wall, press it all the way up to the top, bring it down, and rotate at the bottom. Weighted incline push-up. So I'm adding some weight to this exercise through a weight vest, or what I have is a backpack. Give you a good extra 10, 15 pounds of weight, it'll definitely make a difference. I'm setting up in my push-up position, the feet up on top of the box. I'm squeezing my shoulders back on the way down, fire up fast, back to the top. Squeeze the shoulders back, fire up through the top. Single arm bent over wide row. And the key part of this exercise is the wide aspect. So to set myself up properly for it, I'm going in a split stance position, but I'm going to go a little bit wider from my stagger. I'm picking the weight up, I'm going to rotate so my arm is now in, I'm braced on the leg, and I'm pulling wide as I get that elbow up high. Wide pull with the row, elbows up, and bring it back down. Shoulder lateral raise. I'm going to show 3 variations of the exercise. Just by changing the grip, you can hit some different parts of the shoulder. So we're going to start lateral raise up to 90 degrees with the thumbs up. Back down to the side, raise the thumbs up, parallel there at the top. I can also work this exercise palms down to hit a little bit different spot there on the shoulder. And then to finish, to get a little bit more rear delt, I go thumbs down and raise them up there to the same spot.
All right, we're gonna do a bent over wide W raise. So I'm gonna start with my hips back, flat back, arms are straight. I'm squeezing my scaps back, raising my arms up to a wide position, arms are straight, then pulling it into a W, elbows going to my back pockets, then I'm gonna retrace it back to the Y, bring it back down to the starting position. One more time, squeeze the scaps back, thumbs up to a Y, pull it into a W, elbows going to my back pockets, I go ahead and retrace the movement.
Neck bridges, supported. So this is the first progression in our neck bridge. I'm going to lay back on the ground, put my elbows in the ground to help take some pressure off my neck and help lift up my body weight. I'm going to be set up here like a glute bridge, so my weight's on my heels, but now I'm going to use the back of my head and my neck to lift my body weight up, and then control it back down. Again, pushing the back of the head into the ground, lifting my body weight up through the neck, and control back down. It's important here that I use my arms to control how much resistance I put on the back of the head and the neck. Lateral wall iso neck. For this exercise, I'm going to start off on all fours, and I'm going to pin my head against the side of the wall. If you're at home, you can use a pillow or a towel to help give you a little bit of cushion between your head and the wall. So I set up into the wall, position my head here on the side, and I'm just going to turn as hard as I can into the wall and relax. Again, push the side of my head into the wall, turn it as hard as I can, and relax. Seated bench dips with the feet elevated. So now I'm going with my hands behind the back, but I'm putting my feet up onto another bench or chair here for balance, down into 90 degrees, and bring it back up. I do not have to go below 90. Get to 90 and back up to the top.
All right, we're gonna work a little grip training today. So you can see I got a good old-fashioned brick right here. You get bricks at any hardware store, Lowe's, Home Depot. If you don't have access to that, you can take an old book and duct tape the book around so it stays shut. That'll work as a good substitute for these bricks. So the first exercise I'm going to do is just going to be a drop and catch. Working the right hand, I'm going to flip it, work the left. If you get good at that, you go ahead and use 2 at a time. It's going to be a little more challenging. All right, next progression, we're going to do a flip and catch. Holding the brick right here, I'm flipping it and catching. Make sure I'm working both arms, both hands. All right, again, next progression of that, flip and catch 2 at a time. Good, so those are some good dynamic grip workouts you can use with good old-fashioned bricks. Next, we're gonna do more of a static grip exercise. So I'm gonna stack 3 bricks up in a row here. I'm gonna spread my fingers out nice and wide. I'm gonna hold it. And this one you just wanna go as long as you possibly can on it until you start to feel them slip out. Make sure you're wearing shoes so you don't drop a brick on your foot. All right, so you go long ways here and then even harder. I stack them up this way. That's a little bit harder and you're just holding on for as long as you can. Again, make sure you're working both hands with it.